UFC Street. Lewis delivered an absolute banger of an event. We witnessed nail-biting fights and even some hard-hitting knockouts. From Derek Lewis' absolute masterclass to Joaquin Buckley's random Conor McGregor callout, without a doubt, it was one hell of an event. Regardless, the dominant fights changed the flow of the UFC rankings, as many fighters moved up in their divisions. However, there's a twist as well. The king of knockouts, Derek Lewis, is back in the title range. Meanwhile, Alex Pereira is on high alert as Israel Adesanya's teammate and friend rises in the rankings in the light heavyweight division. Let's take a closer look at the changes that occurred after the Missouri event. Derek Lewis showcased a masterclass against Rodrigo Nascimento at UFC Street. Lewis. His third-round knockout victory, coupled with a nonchalant victory celebration, has propelled him back into the top 10 heavyweight fighter rankings in the UFC. The Black Beast currently holds the #10 spot, climbing 2 positions. Meanwhile, Nascimento remains at number 15, failing to advance. Interestingly, the story of Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya has another chapter added to it. Stylebender's friend and teammate Carlos Ulberg debuted in the UFC's light heavyweight rankings after his dominant 12-second victory against Alonzo Menefield. Ulberg boasts a record of 11 victories and 1 defeat in his pro career and is one of the prospects for the UFC Gold. The inclusion of Ulberg has put Alex Pereira on red alert as the fighter might be looking at revenge against the light heavyweight champion. Additionally, Joaquin Buckley's amazing performance seems to have no effect on his rankings as the welterweight fighter remained at the same level as he was before the clash. It must be noted that he defeated Nursultan Ruzibov, who was fairly new to UFC and has not been ranked yet. Nonetheless, Alex Pereira might have a new challenge ahead of him as Adesanya's friend is in the game now. Nonetheless, when does Adesanya make a return to the octagon? The rivalry of Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya is something that might have been written in the stars. Both the fighters are 1-1 against each other and their story is just starting. Adesanya lost his battle for the middleweight title to Sean Strickland and took a break from fighting, while on the other hand, Pereira took a different route and became the light heavyweight champion. After winning the bout against Jiří Procházka, Pereira called out Adesanya to return to the octagon. Stylebender was silent at that time. However, seems like the former middleweight champion is all ready to make his return. According to rumors, Adesanya's return may be scheduled for UFC's return to Australia. The former middleweight champion might be facing the current champion Dricus du Plessis to reclaim the middleweight title. UFC 305 could be Adesanya's return to the octagon. There's a catch to it as well. If Adesanya wins his title back, then there's a high probability that he might face Alex Pereira soon after that. It seems Alex Pereira is eyeing a showdown with Jiří Procházka for his next title defense, and there's even talk of him stepping into the heavyweight division. However, Adesanya's potential return could throw a wrench into those plans for the time being. What's your take on their rivalry? State your thoughts in the comments below.